When you compare CBSE to IB or an IGCSE curriculum, CBSE always focuses on the learner. We can say that it is a learner-centric approach with the CBSE takes. So it not only focuses on the core subjects but also some values like a social responsibility and global citizenship.
Hi, welcome to Yellowslate, your very own school search engine that helps you find the best schools for your kid based on various filters and parameters. Today, we have Ms. Smita Menon, who is the Vice Principal for National Center for Excellence School, which is in C.V. Raman Nagar. Let's speak to her and understand more about the general concerns that parents are likely to have while joining their kid in a school and also about their school in specific. Thank you so much for joining us, ma'am.
Thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. It's a privilege to join you today.
Ma'am, to begin with, a lot of parents have this dilemma whether to go with CBSE or IB or IGCSE and so on. So, what's your take on the importance of a syllabus while joining their kid in a school?
When you compare CBSE to IB or an IGCSE curriculum, CBSE always focuses on the learner. We can say that it is a learner-centric approach with the CBSE takes. So it not only focuses on the core subjects but also some values like a social responsibility and global citizenship. Apart from this, the continuous evaluation makes the student into a comprehensive development and prepares them for better global opportunities.
Got it. And, ma'am, will CBSE still be a perfect fit for those students who aspire to go abroad after their schooling?
The CBSE certification is not only respected and recognized within India but across globally or internationally. Its rigorous standards of quality education helps the learner to have a seamless transition not only within India but to pursue a career internationally with much confidence and credibility.
Got it. And the general perception that a lot of parents have is CBSE acts as an advantage when you want to take Indian examinations like IIT, NEET, and so on. Is it true? And also, what sort of advantage does it have when it comes to these local examinations in India?
The CBSE curriculum is well suited for any kind of competitive exams which is held in India. So, the NCRT books, which is the basic of CBSE education, is like a basic reference guides to all of this entrance exam across India. The children or the learner are well equipped with the concepts in the NCRT. They have this confidence in them to face any kind of competitive exam, and it's an advantage to the students to pursue their careers as they aspire.
Got it. And parents these days are very keen about finding a right balance between co-curricular activities and the academic excellence. How do you see CBSE being giving enough importance to both as part of their curriculum?
The CBSE not only promotes academic excellence but also gives equal weightage to the co curricular activities. The art integration, the sports, the music, the yoga, everything caters to a holistic development for the learner and is well balanced within the curriculum itself. So, finally, when the student completes the education in the senior secondary level, he is well equipped with the challenges of the real life and can move ahead with all the learning which has happened with the CBSE curriculum. All these things together will promote the physical, intellectual, emotional, and social well being of the learners.
Got it. Since you spoke about weightage, what sort of assessment is taken during the examinations for CBSE, ma'am? How is the process like?
The assessment in CBSE typically includes both formative assessment and summative assessment. In the formative assessment, children do a variety of activities. Maybe it is a pen paper test, or it is in the form of quizzes, the projects, the submission of projects, or the submission of portfolio, experiments, mapping. All this comes under the internal assessment or the formative assessment. When it comes to summative assessment, it is taken twice a year to know the caliber of the students, to understand the learner where they are standing and move forward and change the methodologies accordingly so that the children are well equipped for these examinations when they come to their board classes.
Got it. Can you tell a little more about how parents should understand this grading system? What is a good grade? What is the average grade? Can you tell more about it?
The CBSE takes a 9 point grading system for the scholastic activities and a 5 point grading system for the co curricular activities. In this 9 point grading system, also, CBSE takes the 1 by 8th percentile of the overall pass percentage of the students. In this 9 point grading system, the last grade will be considered as an essential repeat and not as a failure. In this way, the CBSE takes care of the mental well being of the learner also, so that he or she has the chance to always improve his or her overall academic performance.
Got it. And at National Center for Excellence School, what is the admission process like? And is there any pretest that the student has to go through? Can you tell more about it?
In NCFE, when any parents approach for the admissions, we take into account not only the academics of the students, but we also inquire about the extracurricular achievements a learner has taken or have the interest in, or what are their passion, hobbies. Everything is taken into account. It is just not only academics. When the parents have their queries and concerns or any expectations, we take that feedback also very seriously so that we can correct ourselves and move forward. Only in lower grades we have the interaction with the learner and the parents to understand about their background. But in higher grades from grade 9 and upwards, if required only, we take an entrance exam so they can seek a seat in our school.
Got it. And before we wind up, ma'am, since you're in a position to onboard a lot of teachers, what sort of virtues do you usually look out for in a good teacher while taking them on board?
A good teacher is the one who always understands the learner better. The teacher can offer flexibility and diverse learning methodology. This can be done taking into account many approaches such as the flipped classroom, the collaborative learning, the experiential learning, data driven analysis, and individualized support classes or support plans which will cater to the needs of the learner. Through all of these approaches, the teacher ensures equitable learning opportunities for all the students.
Great. Thank you so much for all these thoughts and opinions, ma'am. It would be of great help for other parents who are looking for good schools in and around your locality. Thanks once again for your time, and we look forward to meeting you once again and getting to know a lot more about the school and the syllabus.